Hi, here to talk about biofuels. My name is Chris Henniger, and hopefully we can learn more about biofuels and the great technologies that have helped kind of promote the use of it. Some fun facts is the Model T actually ran on a form of biofuel, and the first diesel engines actually ran on pure vegetable oil. And it's starting to be implemented in jet airplanes. So that's cool. I like that. Being an engineer major. What is biofuel? They are fuels that can be made from almost any living organism. So mulch, algae, anything. Corn is a big one. It's a renewable resource and clean burning fuel. What is biomass? Biomass, by definition, is any living biological material. Some examples again would be wood, algae, plant material, plant waste, moss, animal fats. Um, yes. How is it made? Most are made from a distillation process, much like moonshine. Some other ways are beer, or a process like beer, where there's fermentation is the biggest way. What types of fuels can be made? Pretty much any fuel that engines run on right now. So gasoline, diesel, ethanol, butanes, jet fuel, and vegetable oil is actually a fuel as well as a cooking product. Byproducts would be ethanol, equal carbon offset. So the carbon that is put off is actually the same that is consumed by the plant material or living organism that is consumed to make it. Ethanol is commonly blended in conventional fuel. It's a very clean burning fuel, and uh, it has less internal wear on combustion engines, so that's always good. It's also known as E85, which is almost pure ethanol. It's 85% ethanol, and it has a higher output than fossil fuels, but it also burns a little bit faster, so that's why some people get less fuel mileage. Biodiesel has a higher density property that allows for better mile per gallon rates, and this is good for farmers. They can grow their own fuels and run their own equipment and be more productive. Biogas is it's a cheaper gas. It's economically reasonable, reduces greenhouse emissions to almost nothing. There's almost no carbon footprint from it, and it can be locally produced. So, is it beer or moonshine? That's going back to before. It depends on which type of biofuel you're trying to make. Ethanol is distilled much like moonshine, where diesel is brewed much like beer. Carbon footprint, again, is almost non-existent. Plants soak up what little CO2 is produced and makes oxygen with it through uh, photosynthesis. There we go. Let's see. What's the downside? Some people question the use of crops such as corn for fuel. It's kind of the food versus fuel debate. But with the newer practices known as biofuels too, um, such as algae and like mulch and other wood materials, it's becoming less of an issue, and they actually give out a higher density rate for the fuel, which means more power. More power, right? It's always good. Yes, this is why many drag cars run off of alcohol, aka ethanol. Um, Many high power street car drivers prefer E85 because they find that the drop in fuel mileage is worth the extra gain in horsepower. Taxes, some of the political issues with this. Some officials do not want biofuel because of how hard it is to tax if everyone can make it, less tax equals worse roads and possibly loss of jobs. If there's uh, if there's anything I've learned about the government, it's that they love to find ways to tax the general public. Back to algae. Algae produces a 50-50 oil to biomass ratio, which can both be used for biofuels. Algae-based biofuels generally have a high density property and low cost in growth because it can regenerate exponentially. How does it grow? Algae needs three things to grow: sunlight, CO2, and nutrients. Nutrients can be provided through natural water. Some small scale operations can be set up anywhere. These three requirements can be met. So even like as small as a fish tank. It can be locally produced. Anyone can safely make it at home. It's 100% safe. Again, we're just making it with plants and biomass. Kits are available online starting from $100 and up. It goes, sky high if you want to get into like major kits. But you can make 30 gallons for about $400 investment. All you need is biomass, and you can even use old mulch. Creates jobs by being locally produced. It will create local jobs, which is always good. Can reduce fuel costs and put more money in wallets, allowing more companies to hire more people. The average cost is anywhere from 50 to $1.25 per gallon for biofuel. Your imagination is the limit.